So we're gonna put the axle back in. I cleaned it up and everything. Cleaned up the surface and clean it. I just want to show you like witness marks, because this is kind of like on the other one. It's a little bit different. It leans towards one way. Anyways, you just look at like witness marks. You can see this one is the end that goes towards out here. And this end right here goes this way, like that. And another thing that you notice is there's an O-ring right there. There's a O-ring. The O-ring goes on this end like that. So just look at witness marks. That's one reason, like when you're replacing a belt, either a timing belt or a regular belt, people wonder why you mark the rotation of the belt. It's because this may have been at one time the same exact way, but if you'll notice, it's changed. It looks a little bit... I'm gonna move. Damn, I can't see what I'm filming. Hold on. Sorry. So, let's see. Up is down, down is up. See how it's kind of like different now? Slightly different. Whether that makes a difference or not, you could probably put it in whichever way you want. It's gonna be probably work the same, but it's just bent a little bit to one end, probably because it's forced one way or the other. But I want you to notice though, there's a O-ring on that. There's an O-ring on it. So you just look at the witness marks. Witness marks tell me that this end right here, you can see the witness marks right there. It goes this way. But be careful though, because make sure you have this O-ring pressed in there, because what will happen is if you just push this in, when we get it in there, after we get in there, if you push it in, it'll push that O-ring coming out this way. So just be careful with that O-ring. Anyways, we know which way it goes like that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit of grease, a little lube. You could probably just use the gear oil, but gear oil would make a hell of a mess. I'm just gonna get a little bit of grease. Grease it a little bit. Just a very little bit, because I don't want to damage the new seal. And then we're gonna stick it in the rear end, our big long shaft. And anyone that has done this before will agree that when you're sticking it in the rear, you want to use some lube. Because, you know, you got that nice new seal right there, and just don't want to rip it. So I got it lubed up. And be careful right here, because this could be sharp a little bit. So we're just gonna, you kind of like want to support it. You know, I'm supporting it, and then you want to grab your rod and shove it in the rear end. Just get in there nice and even. Support it. Put it in there. I'm supporting it a little bit. You don't want to go slamming nothing. You could get to this point and support it a little bit. Push it in. There you go. That's in there like that. And let's move my light over here real quick. Move my light over here. Let's try to get you in there. Sorry. Stuff's in my way. I think some people have noted that when you keep the camera rolling, sometimes you actually see some important things. And actually, like in a lot of the videos when I'm doing timing belts and stuff, some of the stuff that I'm showing, I don't have, like, because I need my two hands. That's why I was thinking about getting those glasses that go on my head. But some of the things are just kind of cut out a little bit. But I think when you keep it rolling, it gives you an idea though on how long it really takes, and not only that, but the difficulties of the job. Because I'm not just showing you because I'm like trying to do it for myself. I'm trying to show people that actually really want to be able to do this themselves. Let me see. Can you see it? I'm trying to get a good view there. So let me see. It's just parts. And wrenches. Get out my way. So I got all my parts laid out here in my tray here, and this also has the witness marks. If you notice, this end right here is going to go this way, and this end right there, you can see the witness marks right there. Those witness marks line up directly with that, and it just seems like this is bent towards one end a little bit, and that's like another reason that like I was talking about with the belts. Even though at one point it may have been exactly the same, and I honestly don't know whether it was, you can see it's flanged a little teeny bit to that end over there. So right here, you want to make sure that O-ring, make sure that O-ring is seated down. Push it all the way in like this, and then put it the same way. You just want to put stuff back the same way. That's why it's so important to have good lighting. People do stuff like this in their driveways when it's 10 o'clock at night, and you could damage stuff like that. See, it went in there nice and easy. You want to turn it this way to make sure, see how it's not in there properly. That see how the O-ring moved? That means I'm gonna have to take it back out. How's my screwdriver? And take it back out. So I'll just roll it right here. Push it in there. I'm pretty sure you don't want that O-ring falling off and going all over the place over here, so just push it to the side. Like I said, look at the witness marks. Put it towards one end. There you go. Now the seal's over there like that. You want to make sure this is in here good. Just push it like that. Make sure it goes all the way in. Now, this pin, pull this out right here. Clean this off a little bit. And this is Just want to make sure that everything's exactly the same. And actually, if you notice, yeah, I know it went in this way. Just want to make sure you're doing things correctly. That's going in all the proper way. But in this case, I believe you could go like pretty much this way or this way, but it has to be obviously this down here. But make sure everything's good. Make sure it's in there right. Put this in there. Make sure these are in there. That. And let me see, I think it was like 8mm. Let's see, 8mm. Old school ratcheting wrench. Check it out. See, it's a ratcheting wrench. And that there looks good to go. Everything's gonna move properly. Looks good. And then I guess I'll make another video. I'll be doing the putting the stuff, wiping the stuff off, wiping it in there a little bit better, and then putting the gas that back, and then finishing that up. But for right now, you just put it back like that, and that's it. I still got so much more work to do on this thing, and I gotta be done in a little while. But this is how it goes sometimes. That's why I try to be organized. You don't want to put the your tools with your hardware and vice versa, and just try to be organized, because I don't do everything in one day, you know. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.